They say comparison is the thief of joy. When you look at someone else's life that seems glamorous and like they're living the dream, it makes you look back on your own and only think how you don't have what they have. If I was just like them, I'd be happy, you might think. And the people that seem to have it all show up often. With social media and the internet, people are often only posting the highlights of their life and the most exciting moments. These picture-perfect moments that are polished, edited, scripted, and put out for the world has become the new reality of living. So it makes you reflect back on the moments in your everyday life, making it seem very dull and uninteresting. And I guess I'm just kind of curious why this is, because everyone has their own life. Everyone is unique by definition. You live differently, you experience things differently, and you develop your own personality individually. So why do we want to take somebody else's personality? If you're trying to be like somebody else, it's like trying to put on someone else's shoes. You can put them on, but it's just not going to feel right. Casey Neistat is one of the most prolific creators on the planet, and he is personally one of my favorite creators just because of how innovative he is and how much he inspired me to get creating. So I wrote down a few things that I took from his personality. Go with the flow.
How much do you think about what you're going to say before you say it? You don't. You don't write it out. You don't plan it out.
Rule breaker.
Casey has crashed every single car he's ever had.
It's true.
They gave him my red boat Hyundai Elantra. And what did Casey do with that?
Totaled it. Yeah.
Risk taker.
The most dangerous thing you can do in life is play it safe.
But if you take the same concept and apply it to my own personal life, you get very different results. Number 1, I'm very much structure oriented. Number 2, I'm afraid to break the rules. And number 3, I overthink a lot. And when you see Casey and I's personalities and lifestyles laid out next to each other, you can see we're very different. If you try to take Casey for who he is and force it into who I am, it's not gonna fit. And the reason this doesn't work is because me and Casey have completely different lifestyles. We prefer completely different things. And I'm not saying I'm better than Casey at all, and I'm not saying he's better than me. I'm just saying we're just completely different. So trying to force his personality and his style into my own just doesn't work. But I still want to dive a little bit deeper. Why do we still prefer other people's lifestyles over our own? Welcome to Professor Brennan's super awesome explanation. Today we're going to be looking at the concept of being yourself. And I think a big reason why people are not themselves is because of this loop I've created called the Loop of Doom. The Loop of Doom. So the Loop of Doom starts with the concept of you don't like yourself. You don't like yourself because you think other people might not like who you are. So that leads you to fake a personality. You have to adapt somebody else's personality or lifestyle or whatever it is as your own because you don't think that people will like who you actually are. Then this leads to relying on other people's opinion over yourself. Whenever you fake your personality and you're perceiving yourself as somebody else, you are relying on them liking that person rather than liking who you are. And then this makes you more unhappy about who you actually are inside, which ultimately goes back to liking yourself even less. So with this loop, you're pretending to be somebody else, which makes you more unhappy, but then you're scared to stop pretending to be like somebody else because you're afraid they're gonna like you less. So it's just this constant loop that continues to go down this horrible rabbit hole of you separating from yourself more and more. I think the biggest reason that people aren't who they are is because they truly are just afraid of other people's judgment of themselves. Even myself right now filming in public, I'm worried that people are gonna see me and think differently of me. And I think this idea is just skewed on itself and it's just so stretched out. Like, I think that someone else is gonna think differently of me if I'm who I am. And it doesn't matter because it's just all in our head rather than what's actually happening. And I think being unique on its own is hard enough because we're influenced by everything around us and we take inspiration from everything. Whether it's what we watch, who we're around, how we're raised, whatever it is, we're influenced by everything. I just think it's just very important to not playing into things that you think will interest other people. And I think it's way more important to play into what you actually are interested in and what you actually enjoy, because that's who you are. And I think you need to get more connected with yourself. Just be you.